Hello everyone and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Over the course of its more than a decade on television, viewers have witnessed a variety of responses from the show's cast. However, Mary, one of the cast members, has never been able to get along with anyone. With Kody, Janelle, Christine, and nearly everyone else in the family, she has fought multiple times. Additionally, she had the worst relationship with the children. In a recent incident, even the children revealed that Mary was extremely toxic and appeared to enjoy torturing them. The allegations made here are serious. So, apart from Robyn, why didn't Mary get along with anyone in the cast? Mary was Kody's first wife, so it should come as no surprise that she didn't get along with the others or exercise authority over them. Kody had the least interaction with Mary, despite the fact that his obsession with Robyn caused him to be distant from his other wives. Sister Wives. Mary and the Brown kids argument. Peyton Brown stated a few years ago that it was an absolute nightmare to live with Mary. He further said that Robyn was the saving grace who changed everything in the family. He even said that Mary had abused the kids and hit T. Even T came forward and admitted that Mary had assaulted her, which shocked everyone. Although they claimed Mary never hit them, a number of other Brown children revealed that Mary was a strict parent. Mary had sporadic relationships with the Brown children, and they frequently thought she was the worst parent. The tension was made worse by the fact that she did not fully comprehend her child's sexual orientation. Why did Mary never get along with the other cast members of Sister Wives? The four wives of Kody had very different marriage experiences, but they all felt the same amount of stress. Mary, on the other hand, stood out the most in terms of fights and social fallout. Except for Robyn, she didn't get along with any of Kody's other wives, and even that relationship has ended. In addition, Mary does not communicate well with the kids. Few storylines have been as explosively polarizing as the simmering tensions between Robyn Brown and the other central figures of the Brown family, Janelle, Christine, and even Kody himself, in the complex, emotional, and frequently chaotic world of Sister Wives. The real story, as it has been revealed over the years, paints a picture that is much more layered and contentious, despite the fact that many fans once believed Robyn to be merely a quiet, respectful addition to the plural family structure. Favoritism, broken trust, unfulfilled expectations, and deeply personal betrayals were at the heart of the fallout, and they had been building up like a slow-burning fire that was about to catch fire. Robyn's fight with her co-sister wives, especially Janelle and Christine, is not just about petty jealousy or disagreements about how many Christmas presents the kids got. No, this conflict goes much deeper and gets down to the very core of what the family said it stood for: unity, equality, and sharing the burden of sacrifice. And the demise of those ideals didn't just happen one day. It was the result of years of carefully kept animosity, unspoken tension, and Robyn's gradually growing influence over Kody, which Janelle and Christine noticed. Examining how Robyn entered the family under the guise of reviving the group's spiritual foundations only to receive a legal marriage and what appeared to be preferential treatment from Kody that the others never received is the first step in comprehending the conflict. Robyn had always tolerated Janelle, but she never fully bonded with her because Janelle was fiercely independent and focused on raising her children while working full-time jobs to support the family. Christine, on the other hand, was once a stay-at-home mom and wife who longed for Kody's approval. She quickly realized that Robyn's presence was throwing off the balance she had worked so hard to keep. The resentment started to boil over when Robyn began to receive private time with Kody that appeared to be excessive, when Kody began skipping other wives' homes to spend more time with Robyn, and when the emotional support he was supposed to provide to everyone became a benefit for Robyn only. However, Robyn's alleged behind-the-scenes manipulation of Kody's perceptions of his other wives, whether intentional or not, truly escalated the conflict. After Robyn entered, Christine has since revealed in interviews and on the show that she believed she would never win Kody's favor, claiming that he began comparing everything to Robyn's actions. When the pandemic struck and Robyn's family implemented stricter rules that Kody expected everyone else to follow, even if it meant not seeing their children, Janelle, too, who had always prided herself on her independence, found herself alienated from both Kody and the family's decision-making circle. This was especially the case when Janelle found herself isolated from Robyn. The tipping point was established by this power imbalance. When Janelle, once a pillar of reason and compromise, lost her patience, the conflict between Robyn and Janelle became especially clear. She even accused Kody of choosing Robyn's children over hers when Kody refused to visit her children during COVID due to Robyn's rules. It was a declaration rather than just an argument. That Robyn had somehow become the center of Kody's world, and that the other wives were left to orbit on the edges, tolerated rather than loved, was finally expressed by Janelle in fan forums. Christine quickly followed, encouraged by her own sense of injustice and years of emotional neglect. Despite the fact that her departure from the family shocked the public, she had long ago reached her breaking point. She openly admitted that she never felt respected, and she knew her spiritual marriage was over when Kody failed to show interest or intimacy, which he seemed to only reserve for Robyn. Christine's outspoken criticism of the family dynamic, particularly Kody's preference for Robyn, only served to widen the divide. Robyn, who had always portrayed herself as the peacemaker, suddenly found herself alone, with the women who had once tried to give her the benefit of the doubt revealing her past of quiet manipulation. The twist comes when Kody, who was once completely dedicated to shielding Robyn from the repercussions, began to falter under the weight of a deteriorating family unit. Instead of being rational and reflective, his anger became explosive, accusing the wives of rejecting the family's moral framework and giving up too quickly. However, the audience saw through it. They realized that Robyn was held to a different standard by Kody and that Robyn never had to compete with Christine or Janelle for his time or affection. What could have been a family disagreement turned into a full-blown conflict with emotional scars and unfulfilled expectations that could not be fixed with a few counseling sessions or public apologies. The real reason for the fight was not just that Robyn was preferred. Rather, it was that Robyn seemed to allow it, took advantage of it, and, perhaps worst of all, remained silent as the other wives gradually lost their place in the family. This was the true cause of the fight. Robyn's role eventually became the driving force behind the sisterhood's demise, whether she did so consciously or unconsciously. Janelle was tired of playing games. Christine finally gained her freedom. With the exception of the one wife who had everything to gain from the departures of the others, even Kody, who was once in charge of orchestrating a plural family empire, found himself alone. The real tragedy here isn't the fight itself. Rather, the family that once claimed to be an example of plural love, fairness, and spiritual balance became a fractured collection of separate lives, each of which echoed with disappointment, pain, and the sense that someone changed the rules without telling the others. This is the real tragedy. The argument did not last one instant. Rather, it was a slow-motion implosion that started when Robyn entered the house and ended when the family stopped pretending that everything was fine.